An hour earlier, it had just been another lazy Saturday. I brought my 6-year-old daughter, Lily, to the neighborhood playground so she'd burn off energy. Kids screamed on the slide, toddlers argued over buckets, and parents hovered with coffees and phones. It was loud, sunny, ordinary, the last place you'd expect a child to beg for help. One boy didn't fit the picture. He looked about 8, thin under an oversized gray hoodie, even though the day was warm. While other kids begged for pushes, he barely rocked on the swing, sneakers dragging slow trenches in the mulch. His shoulders were tense, eyes glued to the ground like he was trying to vanish. A man in a faded baseball cap sat on the nearby bench. Phone in one hand, car keys in the other, he glanced up only long enough to bark, "Stay where I can see you," before scrolling again. No smiles, no snacks, no dumb dad jokes, just surveillance. As a school counselor, that frozen, watchful look on the boy's face made my stomach knot. Lily grabbed my hand and dragged me toward the swings. She hopped onto the empty one beside his and yelled, "Push me, Mommy!" As I walked past, the boy slid off his swing and bumped my arm. "Sorry," he muttered, and something rough scraped my palm. By the time I glanced down, he was back on the swing, moving just enough to look normal. I waited until Lily ran to the slide, then sat on a bench and opened my hand. Inside was a greasy napkin from the snack shack. In big, shaky letters it said, "My name is Ben." He took me from my bus stop. He says I can't talk. Please call police. Mom is Katie. My mouth went dry. The playground noise blurred into a dull roar. For a few seconds, I just stared at that napkin, hearing my own heartbeat louder than the kids. My brain scrambled for safer explanations. Ugly custody fight, bad joke, dramatic kid. Anything was easier than kidnapping next to the baby swings. Then the man crooked his finger. Ben flinched so hard the swing jerked, then shuffled toward the bench with his head down. That decided it for me. I walked to the snack shack and pretended to study the menu while I dialed 911 behind the wall. "I'm at Maple Ridge Park," I told the dispatcher. "A boy here handed me a note saying the man with him isn't his dad and that he took him from a bus stop. The boy's name is Ben. His mom is Katie." Her voice sharpened. She asked for descriptions and our exact spot, then said officers were on the way and asked me to keep them there if I could. My legs shook, but I walked back toward the swings. The man was already on his feet. "Come on, Ben. Say bye," he called, voice too bright. Ben stayed frozen. "We're getting a quick picture for the school newsletter," I lied. "Can you hang on 1 minute?" I raised my phone like I was framing a shot and snapped a clear photo of the man's face as he frowned at me. He stepped closer so only I could hear. "We're leaving," he said, breath smelling like coffee and cigarettes. "Move." My heart pounded, but I didn't. "Loud enough for nearby parents," I said. "Before you go, what's his teacher's name?" He blinked. "What?" "Your son," I repeated. "What's his teacher's name? Or his school?" He just stared at me, silent. "Ms. Carter," Ben whispered, staring at the ground. My stomach flipped. Ms. Carter teaches at the elementary school down the road, and that morning I'd seen her Amber Alert post for a missing 8-year-old named Ben. The details matched too well. Color drained from the man's face. Police arrived within minutes, tore him off Ben, and confirmed the name from the alert. Soon after, Ben's mother ran across the grass crying and wrapped him up, and that night I kept thinking how close I'd come to ignoring that napkin.